Brahma. Do you know what that is? Are you okay, sir? It is known to induce.
Good morning. Hello. Whoops. Okay, there. Hopefully. There I am. I'm on. People should have gotten notifications. Let's just give you a few moments. Let's see who comes in. What to talk about? Holy shit. And yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. Let's get a sip of coffee and get going here. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. And for those who are joining me for the first time, who is this crazy lady? My name is Mary Jane Tracy, and I'm coming to you with a 411. I am, what am I? What am I? I'm an astrologer, spiritualist, coming and just bringing you what the shenanigans as above, so below, and how to meander our way through all of it and more. I just got off. I got to go back and I got to rewatch it again. It was like over 3-4 hours that he did, and about talking about this year. And what I love to do is I love to listen to different astrologers, their different points of view, and then go over my notes of what I felt. You know, because sometimes I don't think I'm as good as astrologer. It just sounds crazy. I don't think I'm as good as of an astrologer, especially when I speak to other astrologers, and watch others who have been doing it for like years, or feels like they've been doing it longer than I have. So uh it's kind of like going back to the teacher to make sure that, hey, how am I doing? Is everything going well? And one of the things for this year that I was having issues with um was trying to explain how this year was going to unfold. And as I was watching a couple of different astrologers in that I follow, I got the aha, and the reasoning being. And the reason being is that this year is a recreation year. This year is a year, and as we go forward into 2026 and beyond, we are recreating. We are recreating things. We are recreating um our world and the way that we do things. That's what we're doing right now. And so when we are trying to define it, or if anybody's trying to define it or put it into some kind of context, it's very difficult because it hasn't been created yet, right? And meaning that we are redefining or reevaluating or restructuring our spirituality, our religions, um the formations of them, how they were formed, what brought them together. So all of this is coming out over this next over this year. So this year is really, nothing will make logically sense, putting it mildly. Nothing's going to make, it. This is defining, because this is how our ancestors were. This is where timelines are converging all into one. And in converging, this is where it's really going to get interesting. This is where the warrior is going to speak truth. This is where we are going to be stepping into a time of enlightenment and renewal, and this is going to be where we are going to get to be um in it all, like how things are going to just disrupt, where craziness is going to happen in the skies, and it's going to be unexplainable. We are going to be witnessing phenomenons that we didn't even know existed, right? And that's what brings this year to be so unique and transformational. I mean, that's one of my, and this is also a Chinese year, the year of the snake. Now, I'm not um huge on understanding feng shui. I dabble in it. I look at it for my own self, but I wanted to know what the year of the snake was. And the year of the snake, and this year that's coming in is a year, and this is from this Chinese year, is a fire punishment and ungrateful penalty. So this is where this is coming in to get us to really look at more in our lives. And what the fire penalty and the snake this year is to really pay attention to what we are doing and how we are connecting and wanting to survive. And this is also where we are going to be needing, and Geminis, I feel, are going to get hit. God bless my little Geminis. Need to be their own teacher and stepping into their own teaching, their own teacher, and learning from what is going to be happening. This is where a lot, I think, for, as I said, nothing will logically make sense. And even today is like a very conflicting day. The sun is opposite Mars, and the only time the sun is opposite Mars is when it's retrograde, right? So this is conflict. This could be feeling self-defeating, beating ourselves up. This is time to focus on what is it that we are wanting to create? What is it that we are wanting to do? Things make us feel good. What is necessary? This is where this, not only this day, but as we're looking into more of this year, what is necessary? What is it that we need? And this is a soul deep appreciation and compassion for ourselves. This is where we might think that, oh my God, if I don't do all of this, it's not going to come to be. And it's like, no, you got to look at of the things that you can do and not try to overdo things, not try to overextend things. Today, when this morning when we went to go get my grandson for school, it was I'm still trying to figure out how this guy was facing the opposite way on the side of the road. I don't know if he came up the wrong ramp. I'm not sure. But there was another car on the side. So we heard that there was some kind of accident. I don't know how this happened. Like, it's just one of those accidents that you look at and you're just like, okay, you must have come up. Like, how did you get up? How did you get up on the wrong ramp? Like, I'm sorry. I mean, you must have been going the wrong way for a while before you got to where you got to. It's just totally crazy. You know, sometimes you see it downtown, people turn the wrong way. Okay, well, you could sort of pull over and, wait to make a U-turn. But this is on a major, like, freeway here in Calgary, Crowchild. And it's a bypass over Bow Trail. So it's like, you had to been going for a long time the wrong way during rush hour. And you're just like, okay, these are the kind of craziness that we're going to be seeing. And this is where it's like we have to the moves that are necessary, and looking at the necessity of it. And this is to see, because the moon right now is in Leo. It wants to feel happy, wants to feel great. The sun is in Capricorn. Capricorn is structure. I want to have it this way. This is the way I want to have it. Yet there's an opposition with Mars retrograding Cancer. I'm not going to get everything I want. It's not going to go. Yes, please. It's not going to go all the way that I want it to go. Hold on, because I want to keep this coffee, because this coffee is still good. But I still want more. There we go. Thank you, my love. And this is where, happy, to be, because we want, we have this Venus and Saturn conjunction. We want to have this happiness. So it's almost like this emotional warfare that's going on within inside ourselves, that's going on in and around the world. What we're seeing, craziness unfold right now from the fires, to earthquakes that are happening, to the war, right? And this is, a lot of things, as I said, are not going to make sense. And this is where I feel a lot of things that we are going to have to learn. And I'm even thinking, like, for myself, like, I mean, I think part of my breakfast just fell out of my uh my cowl thing. Anyways, um this is where we are going to have to be learning new things, new technologies, new ideas. Now, on Saturday, now I'm just going to double check here, and I'm going to post this on this Saturday. There you go. I have to make sure. So this Saturday, the 18th, I'm going to host at 7 p.m. Saturday evening um a peek into 2025. And I'm going to have a where you can have a Q&A if you have questions in that. So I'm going to do a little workshop, a talk about what's coming in for 2025 and 2026. What are some of the things that we need to look at and some of the things that we need to do? And that's going to be on Saturday evening, this Saturday evening. And if you're interested to register for it, it's going to be $25. And I'm keeping the price low so that people can join me, and giving you some time to write out some questions, because I know a lot of you have questions on what is going to be, you know, world factors, maybe something, I don't want to get too much into people like doing personal readings on there, but if people want to, for questions and that are coming in. I'm going to do a little bit of a dive on what, especially with this year of the snake coming in, and what that kind of looks like for us, right? And what the meaning of that all is. So I'm going to do a little bit on that, and a little bit more on a lot of the big transits that are coming in this year, because this is a year that we are only going to have like 27 days with no retrogrades, and it's not going to be consecutive. So it's only going to be short periods of time that we are going to have a year without retrogrades. And 1984 was another year. So if I get somebody's chart from 1984, people born in 1984, it's very odd that I get it that there's no that everything's going forward. So this is a year which is very, you know, odd in itself, that there's hardly any time when things are not retrograde. So it's like when one retrograde ends, another one starts, or when there might be a little bit of a lull, and then another one starts. So it's amazing how, these retrogrades are really going to be affecting us, how we are going to be reacting to them, because it is, as I say, it's going to be hard in moving forward. It's going to be hard to think that we're going to do things, and then we're going to see where something's going to come up, and it's going to be like a big bang kind of thing. And it's like this it factor, or this is like, whoa, look at this person must, have it. And it's not necessarily to do with looks or anything, but it's just either the information or the energy, or the persistence that they come, and they just enter in at the right time to do it, right? So this is a very interesting time. This is a very interesting time of us looking at entering into a whole new part of history, right? That literally over the scope of one, like two, three, close to fourth, like just almost 4,000 years. 4,000 years that we've just gone through. We're at an end to something new coming in and something new evolving. And I find that exciting. And I think that's why I get so excited about this year, even though I see, the craziness and the influx that's going to be happening, and it happening for many people because of not surrendering old belief systems, right? And that's going to be another big one as well. And the change that's going to be coming forward, there's a lot, and it's going like boom, 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 boom. Anyways, I want to talk more about that on Saturday evening at 7 p.m. And if you're interested, it's $25. Get a hold of me. I can send you a link for a payment, or you could do e-transfer. So, anyways, let's pull some cards for today. So today, just be happy where you are. Like, honestly, just find the compassion, find the gratitude that you need for today. That's what's important. Let's see if I have something else here. Do I have Pokemon. Let's see, what else do I have? I have these Divine Feminine cards. I don't know if you've seen these Divine Feminine cards. I also have Pokemon cards here. Wonder whose those are. I found through listening to a couple this one guy who's an explorer, and he collects Pokemons, and I guess he was going through his parents' attic because they said all his stuff was up there, and they said, you got to go through this because we want it gone. So he found all his old Pokemon and stuff like that, and some of his some collector ones, and he's in his, how old is he? I'd say he's in his late 30s or so. And some of the Pokemon cards that he found were worth like $1,000, a couple, and they're in really good condition because he really kept them, in the little sleeves. And he's found quite a few that are worth a wee bit of money. And so his mom, because he was videotaping it, she goes, oh, well, hey, sell those because I'm charging you for storage. And there's interest on top of that. She was joking, but I mean, I just thought that was funny. So there we go. So we're going to pull out some of these Divine Feminine cards. Here we go. Pope Joan. Oh my God. I don't know if you've ever heard of Pope Joan. She was actually the Pope. She was a German woman, and she was raised in a monastery, and they taught her, and she really caught on and really learned very well and really understood the philosophies and everything within the monastery, and learning the Bible and the dogma and everything to do with the church. And they dressed her up like a man. And that's the other thing, is that because women weren't supposed to learn, women weren't supposed to be that educated when she was around. So she was put forward as a pope. And I guess she was found out, and as she was out on one of the routes through Rome, she was stoned to death. But she comes in with the possibilities of limitless, because the soul is limitless. She is like, they have carvings of all the popes, and there's a carving of her face, but it's been chopped off because she was a woman. And she changed how, when a pope is there's the pompous chair, and it's a hole, so they sit on it so that they can make sure that it's not a woman. They can feel the balls, right? So they're not fooled again. So this is a woman of determination. This is a woman that learned and was enlightened, and ended up being persecuted for that, but knew that things were limitless, knew that things were, and she was actually known as a very good pope, a pope that was really bringing in some positive change, some, enlightenment, was bringing in education for women. It was just, I mean, her history is just absolutely fabulous, but it's amazing how they've tried to erase her from history. So I feel like this is like a time of looking at where can you find your enlightenment? Where can you step into your possibilities and know that they're limitless? And with that, we have it's beautiful, and I'm going to try, and I don't want to, trash the name, but Anadomini Ma, Amadomini Ma. So a joy, you know, um, premeditated mother. So she's I am my own guru. And that's, again, we're going to go with, Joan, and then with her coming in, knowing that you are your own guru. You have that strength, you have that beauty, and know that the self never changes. Like that, there's that beautiful soul within that wants to shine, and it is limitless. There is power within, and stepping into that divine feminine power and knowing that brings in, great creation and the goddess of light. Yes. Um, Amaturasa. Oh, I'm just horrible with names, but we are the sacred mirror reflecting back to our own selves, and to know that our beauty, to find that our beauty. And with her, there's usually mantras in here. $150. So the intention, we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same. Imagine someone in this moment you want most to see, laugh, and fill with light. So that's the soul voice meditation. Imagine someone in this moment you want most to see, laugh, and fill with light. So you're permeating this beautiful energy out to somebody that you have and allowing them to shine. Sometimes we need the sight of the face we brighten in order to remember why we are so devoted to finding our way back into the light. So finding that person, that shines, and you can see that, and you're like, ah, yes, I can shine. I can be that limitlessness. I can be that beauty, and allow that beauty to come forth, right? So let's do one more. Pope Joan. What does love feel like in my body? Oh, wow. That's a good one. What does love feel like in my body? Yeah. That's something to think about today. What does it feel like? What does that feel like? She urges us to meditate, to pray, to go inwards and meet with the presence of the soul, and then ask asks for us to believe that it is real and that the answers we find are real. She asks us to move the inner truth out into the world with confidence and conviction. So this is all about us, like, allowing ourselves to shine, allowing ourselves to be the beautiful souls we are, to allow ourselves to permeate out into the world, and to be that energy, and to see how that energy is reflected back to us. So when we see the child laughing, to see that joy, to know that that's a reflection within us. We are that joy, we are that laughter, and allowing for that joy and laughter to be a part of our lives. So yeah, take that today and know that you are truly the light. And remember, on Saturday, I will be doing Saturday evening, 7 p.m. And this is Alberta time, so it's mountain time. Um, that I will be, and it'll be on Google Meet. So I'll send you a link. It'll be recorded, and we'll do a little peek into 2025 and see what's, you know, what the power is coming in, and how this new world is um, coming out, and how this new, what what to prepare for. That's the whole thing, is what we need to prepare for 2025, because this is another year of being prepared. So may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you, and all that you say and all you be and you do. Blessed be everyone, and hopefully see you on Saturday night. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye bye, everyone.